Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Here is another talk on the Halley Quynh show, where we bring up discussions, anything that has to do with healing, self-love, growth. And today it's asking the question, is there beauty in the unknown? Me and Halley, we host meditations every week today at 1:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you guided us to a place to see what showed up in our bodies when we think about the unknown. So very honest, true shares that just happened, and we just continue the conversation. Thus, we're bringing it live to you right now. Hi, Jessica. Leave your thoughts down below because this is going to bring in how your perspective is, how your experiences has been, and where you were hurting or what in your life where the unknown really caused more pain in your life than benefits in your life. So this is a very interesting perspective. We're kind of gonna bring up everything that's coming up to light for us in this convo, and we'll actually start with Halley because the guided meditation was inspired from your morning. So we're gonna start it off there. Hello, everybody. Share down below to share this out if you feel this could bring any value to your communities. All right, Halley, what kind of unknownness did you experience from this morning?
Well, so to start, I think that it's safe to say that a lot of our anxiety can be sourced to an anticipation of the unknown, or a loss of control within the unknown, right? Mm-hmm. And so that came up a lot in people's shares in meditation. I was kind of inviting people to see the unknown, to kind of find the elements of the unknown that feel scary, that feel anxious, and then to invite them into your grounded center place and to kind of reestablish a friendly relationship with those places. So just to say that I think that oftentimes we associate the unknown with fear.
Yes.
So yeah, this morning, my friend Eddie and I, we go to the river on Thursday mornings at 8 o'clock in the morning. And this morning, it was this beautiful, misty morning. And this is not something I experience a lot in Sacramento. I was sharing with the meditation group that I'm generally not outside, before 9 o'clock in the morning. But because this is a new ritual in our lives, I've been, greeting the day earlier on Thursdays. And today it just happened to be very misty. And so we went to this place called Paradise Beach, and the mist was so beautiful. And I think anyone that's been on in a misty area, in a misty zone, it's kind of takes your breath away. It's so awe-inspiring. And I was kind of using that misty, right? Because you can't see everything when there's mist. There's all of this unknown.
It was pretty thick. It was thick. I saw a photo. There's a photo on her Instagram.
Yeah. So there's all of this unknown, and it was such an inspiring beauty. And so it had me really thinking, because I think about everything metaphorically when something happens. I'm what's the metaphor here, right? So there's the misty unknown. I can't really see, but this is the most beautiful aspect of this situation, is the fact that I can't see beyond the mist, And so and this has been something in my practice that I've been really trying to redevelop my relationship to the unknown. And Quynh and I were talking about our relationship to what's familiar and to what's comfortable. And when we stay in what's familiar, we kind of die a bit, We don't grow. We don't
Stagnation happens.
Stagnation happens. Things feel really boring. Things feel really predictable. And so changing your relationship to the unknown to where it's something that kind of delights and inspires and invigorates, and doesn't necessarily have to be pain, fear, desperation, And then you had an interesting experience on the way over with a new coffee shop find.
Yes.
That relates.
Yes, because I was sharing with her, the avocado toast that I got, the vanilla latte, because when I tried it, I was like, whoa, this is really good. And I said, if you think about it, I had an unknown experience. I never saw Scorpio coffee on Sacramento's map, and so I was more curious about it versus, that's too different. I don't know what I'm going to get. What if I don't like it? And yeah, so that word of curiosity came up to my mind also. And by the way, everything that we're mentioning, it takes a very small practice. We know you can't just, okay, I'm just going to have this perspective moving forward. But it is definitely a practice. And just from witnessing your journey and my journey, would you say, there's a starting point that we start off with. We need to kind of start feeling good. And when you start feeling good, perspectives start to adjust. For an example, from victimhood to what would be the opposite, like empowerment, and feeling like an empowered individual to take something that did happen from the past that made you feel to being curious about, okay, I'm stepping to the unknown of like this. I know like it sounds healthy. I know I need to make like more positive changes or positive adjustments in my life. So but then you're inviting curiosity. Mm-hmm. So there's something about inviting curiosity into the unknown that could kind of bring us more of an empowered feeling than feeling defeated by the unknown. And this is a very juicy topic because I'm starting to see things just kind of like come up with this topic of unknownness and feeling crippled by it.
Yeah.
Feeling helpless by it. Yeah.
And I was thinking this morning actually about how the reason why we can feel very afraid of the unknown is because of our past experiences and our past pains. Mm-hmm. And we can project those out into the future. So this morning I was thinking about the heartbreaks that I've endured in my life, like the people that I've been in love with who it hasn't worked out with. And I was having this moment of thinking about each one of those relationships and why it was so essential that we didn't stay together, mm-hmm. And like how it directed my path and directed my journey in these like super crucial ways. And how I'm so grateful for being where I am right now in my life today, and that each one of these relationships, even though while I was in them, I wanted them to last forever. That was my hope. And so when they didn't, it was such a devastation, and I felt like I did something so wrong, or that I was so wrong, or that I was so unlovable, and then I have projected that fear into the future. But now I can really see how all of those relationships were perfectly timed, mm-hmm. And they came into my life at the right time, and they lasted the right time, and they dictated the right turns and curves, and catalyzed the right projects, and channeling my pain in these like powerful ways. So yeah, I think that when we make peace with the past, then we can really open our hearts to the misty unknown of the future.
Yes, because your curiosity paid off. Curious of like, okay, like these relationships that I'm experiencing heartbreak, would you say somewhere there, a part of you had to get curious. It did get curious about like, okay, what would happen if I implemented this in my life? Would I experience less of this heartbreak? And you're seeing it pay off because you saw opportunities come. You saw these experiences actually working for you instead of against you, and it allowed you to learn and grow and blossom to where you are today, mm-hmm. right? So there is that fear of the unknown, and then there's also the benefits of inviting the unknown in as a curiosity, like a curiosity. There's something about it where, what came up for me? It was something with, you said make peace with your past. I think it's floating away. It's floating away. But with
that peace, it's like when the past still has that edge when there's still victimhood or a victim story about the past. Then we're also victims of the future, and then we can't relax. We can't like relax into the unknown because we're afraid that the future is going to harm us in some way, and that's a victim mentality. And like we all have to be in our victimhood for as long as we're there. Like I've definitely been like all up in my victim stories for long periods of time, and it has taken a lot of work to like climb my way out of there. And I'm not, and sometimes I dip back in, you know, but when you get out, then you get free, and then you can really embrace like everything that is and hasn't been yet and will come, and all of it.
Exactly. Yeah, I know it. A lot of us. The topic of control came up in the shares too, in the meditation, where you had us think about what was going on in other countries. You brought that in, right? And so that really painted the picture of like, if there's definitely things that we cannot control. There's definitely things that we cannot control, and there's so many unknown things happening, and we have no control over that. So it was very interesting to bring just center, unknown, center, unknown. And what came up for me in the meditation was every single time when I visited my center, I was getting in tune of who I am. And the thought of like, well, I don't know what the future has for me, but if I am sure in how to get to my center and more sure of who I am, when the unknown comes, I can go to myself and be like, well, because I know who I am, I can make decisions based off of who I am versus question mark, who am I? Because how am I'm going to make the best decision that's best for me.
Yeah.
So there's something extremely needed and powerful when we add in practices that helps us center in with ourselves. Perhaps that's when the perspectives, the healthier perspectives, where we don't feel crippled by the unknown, we feel more empowered because we're witnessing ourselves getting curious with what the growth will bring, because you're seeing the growth pay off. Consistent practices to help you grow, okay? Not just I'm going to focus once a week on myself. You know, I'm talking about really being committed to the life of centering yourself, the life of healing, the life of growth as an everyday practice, everyday ritual, everyday promise to yourself. So, hi, Jessica. Love it that you're loving this. Hi, everyone that's watching. We would love to know your thoughts, because I know this is a pain area. This is a huge, huge, huge pain area that many of us could feel stuck in, or crippled by it, and we feel hopeless and helpless. And from our experiences, we are experiencing the unknown in a healthy way, I guess. And we're human, right? When we notice that we're feeling like the fear or the anxiety comes up, because the practices has been so consistent, we have seen what's paid off in the practice, we know where we need to go. So it's also knowing where you need to go. Knowing where you need to go to like, okay, I got this. The unknown don't got nothing on me. You know, I got myself in this.
We should write a rap song called "The Unknown Don't Got Nothing on Me."
Okay, the unknown don't got nothing on me. Okay,
let's do it.
Come into
record at Tafari's
future
studio.
Yes, perfect. I don't know if you guys know, but she kind of raps. She kind of flows sometimes.
The story of the man who in every situation says, good, bad, who knows? Yes, I love that story, the Buddha story. Such a good story.
I feel a curiosity energy from that.
So do you want me to tell you the story real
Sure,
quick?
let's hear a highlighted version. Thank you, Penny, for bringing this up.
Yeah, and this is like, I don't remember the exact details of this story, but basically there's this man and he has a horse, and his horse runs away. And his neighbors are like, oh man, that's just so unfortunate. That sucks that you lost your horse. And he was like, it's like neither good nor bad, you know? Good, bad, who knows, kind of a thing.
Okay.
And then the horse comes back, and the horse had like found this like flock of all of these other horses, and he brought back all of these other horses. So now the man has this abundance of horses, and the neighbors are like, oh wow, you're so fortunate. Look at all of your horses. Like, you're so blessed, you're so fortunate. And he's like, it's neither good nor bad, who knows? And then his son is riding one of the horses and he falls off and he breaks his leg. And the neighbors are like, oh man, such tragedy, so unfortunate. And he's like, neither good nor bad, who knows? And then a war breaks out and all of the young men in the village are drafted to go to war. But the son doesn't get drafted because he has a broken leg. And then the neighbors are like, oh, you're so fortunate. Great, great news. Great luck. Neither good nor bad. Who knows? So basically the point of the story is that there's like, when we're so prone to judging every experience as good or bad, but it's all neutral, you know, because there's this greater thing playing out and we can't see what's ahead and we can't see the way that right now is impacting what's coming. And, you know, so it's just like stay out of judgment, stay out of saying this is good, this is bad, because it's all serving something.
Right. And I love what you said about it brings up like judging something right at that second, like making up a definitive, clear judgment about something when we're seeing one incident. There's a bigger picture. A bigger picture. So it's, I love that. I absolutely love that. So you can see this, even with the question, it brings in different perspectives to the table. So thank you, Penny, for bringing it up. I believe I heard a shorter version of that, but that's so good, right? And if you were to take, it just makes me think of taking a look at people's lives, like as a whole. You can understand, like, oh, wow, because this happened, it led to this. Even though when you look at this, it looks bad.
It looks so bad.
It looks so bad and negative and all
but
that.
It led to oftentimes like the most powerful experiences, growth, transformation, change.
I love that. Yes. What a perspective. What a perspective. Is there beauty in the unknown? Perhaps there is. Perhaps there is. Right? All right. That was so good. Thank you all for joining us. We had fun talking about this one. If anyone here is looking for that extra boost of support in a safe community, we do host workshops, self-love workshops. Every single month we have a theme coming up. It's going to be a creative workshop. Something with the inner child, healing with the inner child, and bringing that to the creative world. So it's really fun. We're doing this for the second time. And I will just say it was like an open mic at the end, because we're allowing people to bring what's creative to them, like your creative outlet, and applying the prompts that we will give to you to create it, and then you get to share it. So it's virtual, so anyone can join no matter where you are. Just click up above to check out our services, and we're so happy to have you here. Hi, Jessica. Thank you for joining, Penny and everyone else. I know I saw Lisa on earlier and Charmaine, and anyone who's watching the replay, we would love to hear your thoughts. Hi to everybody that joined.
See ya.
See ya. Bye.